Okay, what is up, everybody? We are live. Welcome to your daily dose of awesome, your live 50 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education so you can get your day started right. Today, we have a very, very special couple here. All the way, where are you guys located?
Right now, we're dialing in from Dallas, Texas, but we're usually in Brisbane, Australia.
Okay, so they're in Dallas, Texas via Brisbane, Australia. We have the Pyjama Bosses, Masa and Miguel Montero. How you guys doing?
Hey, doing super awesome, Bernie.
Awesome. Oh, I'm really excited about this particular live, and I think our community, even though the network marketing industry as a whole knows who you are, our community may not be as familiar because you guys, I guess part of it is you're in Australia, but the other part is that you guys only recently, within the past couple of years, decided to start your training company. You guys have been busy, focused on building your teams, and I'm so excited to have you guys on because you guys are experts at creating massive duplication, and I think people in this industry have a huge misunderstanding, if not flat out, they have it flat out wrong as to what duplication means and how it's achieved. So I am excited for having you guys share here, and also you guys are speaking at the No Excuses Summit on this exact topic as well, going deeper at the event. So thank you for being on, and I want to hop right into content, but before I do, I just wanted to do a quick intro for everybody that's watching this and may not know who we are. My name is Fernie Ceballos. I'm a lead generation and online marketing expert specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers, multiply their incomes using the internet. I built my first six-figure network marketing business within a couple of years of discovering the information and training we teach here at Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've been responsible for over $14 million in gross income into my home businesses and have helped our clients produce hundreds of millions of dollars in income collectively in their businesses as well. What we do and teach works. You could say it's 21st century network marketing or online network marketing, however you want to put it. But I think it's important to understand that fundamentals never change. Only the mediums by which we communicate and share this awesome profession, that's what actually changes. And today I'm going to skip my normal intro. If you guys want to follow us, definitely follow us. You guys know how to do it. Turn on notifications so that you get notified every time we go live. And don't miss out on people like Masa and Miguel who are going to be delivering some impactful content over the next 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to let them go for as long as they want, actually, because I know people are going to love this stuff. So guys, if you guys don't mind real quick, because I know you guys are new to our community, if you guys can quickly, like within a minute or so, tell us a little bit about yourselves, your background. I say only a minute because I want you guys to do as much content as possible. So I'm excited. Thank you for being on.
Thank you, Fernie. We are super excited. Thank you so much, Elite Network Marketing Pro community, for having us here today. We are super excited. 1 minute intro, two normal people. I'm Spanish, she's from Slovenia in Europe. I became a professional soccer player, became an airline pilot, and quit that for network marketing. Masha, she was a medical researcher. She studied in Oxford University. She was she's one of the brainy people. And she quit all that to become a medical researcher and working at the university in Australia to become a network marketing professional. So
that's right.
That was 12 years ago.
That's right. We joined network marketing in November 2005, when a 17-year-old girl introduced us. And literally, in the first year, and this ties right into what we're going to be teaching today, in the first year, we sponsored like 100 people. And we thought, that's it. We're just going to sit back, get rich, and forget it. And guess what happened at the end of the first year in our business? We looked at our report and we didn't even have the 100 people we sponsored left in our team.
Quite depressing. Have you guys been there before?
How many of you that's listening here has ever experienced that? You sponsor a few people and then you really hope, you're training them, you're taking them to events, and the duplication doesn't even take off.
And you think you're going to get
rich.
Yeah, drop a number one in the comment section if that's happened. You've sponsored people that have quit later. Even if it's just one person, but I think all of us have experienced that.
We've totally all been that. And so, when we experienced that, we started to ask some questions about, what is it that a brand new person really needs so they would actually take action. And fast forward then a few years, we're actually generating a 6-figure income. At that point, we decided to rent our house in Australia, which is where we live, and actually go to Asia and travel from country to country and build our business. And we woke up one day in Bangkok, Thailand, Fernie. And that was the time, we were really sick and tired of being sick and tired. And even though we had, slowly generated a 6-figure income throughout the years, we really couldn't see ourselves working that hard. And that was kind of really an inflection point, even though we kind of pushed really hard. And, we see actually a lot of network marketing leaders get to that. So if you're watching today and you're someone who's figured out the sponsoring, but you're kind of, scaling, but you can't scale past the, $5,000, $10,000 per month, we're going to teach you something really important today.
So how many of you, first of all, at least it was for us, we always wanted to have an international business everywhere around the world. So my question to you, if you're listening to this, is, do you want to have an international business? Have you ever dreamed about having an international business? And the comments say, yes, I do. And I hope everybody is, because it's an amazing feeling when you have an international business. But the downside is what Masa was just saying to you, that you need to do it the right way. Is when you really understand the right ways, when you do it in a way that you can actually scale your business, right? Because think about it for a second, as your business, and I can see people say, yes, of course, and it's super exciting. But as you do that, you realize that your business, as it grows, you get busier and busier and busier. And you know what? The reason Masha and I got introduced to network, or we started in network marketing, was because we wanted a better lifestyle. Our jobs were paying pretty well, right? So we just wanted more time, more money. We thought we wanted more money, but what we really wanted is more time. And, one of the things, obviously, it's on a side note, is people say, when you ask them, what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve in network marketing? They say, I want to become a millionaire. But what they really mean is that they want to have a millionaire lifestyle. That means they want to have the time.
That's right. And so when we were in Thailand, sick and tired of working really hard, despite having some results, we started thinking about what are the behaviors that we need to drive within our team? What are the skill sets? What is it exactly that we need to teach our team? And so that led us on a path for the past 7 or 8 years, where we literally, first of all, created, a system, a duplication system for our own team. And now we actually help create systems, duplication systems, and customize it for leaders in network marketing. And through that, our main finding, do you guys want to know the main secret that we found?
Yes, of course they want to.
I think people want to. Drop a 3 down below and see how many people are really awake here today.
We're checking on the other computer, so we see you all.
And what we really found is the following. Most of the time when we sponsored people, we were so exhausted from chasing them that we would either let them go home and just not bother them too much because we were way too scared of actually talking them out of actually doing something, or then we went to the other extreme. And how many of you see yourselves in this one? Then we went to the other extreme and actually sponsor someone and never let them go. Literally within the first hour, give them all the details about the compensation, the products, and everything else, and overwhelm them so much that they would never do anything.
And Michelle, Eric, Heather,
right?
Marlene.
So the result was the same. In either case, this person was literally missing in action. And so what Miguel and I discovered, the main thing that you need to figure out in your network marketing business so you can scale it way past 7 figures. That's what happened to us. At the same time, decreasing the time that you're working is, here's the big secret, guys. The big secret is you need to deliver the right training at the right time. So, we're going to talk actually at the New Excuses Summit. Fernie has very kindly invited us and asked us to share the details of how we create a duplication system and all the details of, the different components, because it's not just about delivering the right training. It's also about having the right tools available. For example, what sort of tools do we need?
Well, things that you may need, for example, and this is the thing, let's just give you the actual rule of thumb that we use usually, so you can actually go and create it already if you wanted to, is every time you find yourself repeating the same thing 5 times and over, it's time for you to make a tool. So think about it for a second. What are the things that you are doing in your business that you're repeating yourself 5 times and over on a daily basis? on an hourly basis, maybe sometimes.
So, you know, now we're talking about two things. You need to deliver the right training at the right time. You also need to have some tools to leverage yourself. And we're going to talk about automation, obviously. I mean, Elite Marketing Pro is all about automation. Am I right, Fernie? Isn't this community all about leverage, you know, doing things, obviously, in a way that we can leverage time, get more time, and at the same time be more effective? Right? And so it's all about finding the way to automate all that. Now, when we started to build the duplication system first time for our team in 2010, we didn't know about automation, but we started getting leverage with what we were delivering to them, you know, because, for example, we would sit down with someone when they first joined and take them through a process for half an hour, how to get started. Well, we automated that by recording a video and giving them a checklist. So guess what, guys? Here's the key. 20 levels underneath in your team. Somebody who's just joining today that you will never get to meet, that they will never have any contact with you. How are you going to influence them? And the key word is influence them to actually take the right action and learn the right skill. And that is kind of some of the tools and some of the trainings, some of the marketing materials, some of the tools that we had implemented in our team. I mean, not to even start, for example, on a planning and tracking tool. Remember the time, Miguel, we were literally sending spreadsheets to our leaders to give us the goals and, you know, track their progress. We automated that too. So we found a really simple way how to put everything together and start giving people a way to duplicate that.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the end of the day, it's about always. So, because this is the thing, sometimes we miss the point in, like, you've been in the business for a month, for 2 months, for a year, 2 years, right? And then you start putting yourself in this complicated mind where we start trying to reinvent the wheel sometimes, you know, if maybe you want to think it like that. But what happens most of the time is you need to put yourself on this new person. So you need to put yourself in your shoes when you started or even before you started. So when you had no idea about network marketing, maybe it was your very first time and somebody said, hey, you can, you know, have an opportunity to change your life. And think about that for a second and think, what are the things that person are going to go, this person is going to have to go through? Because now you have the experience, right? So you're from this point where you have the wisdom, right? But you need to look back and say, well, the new person doesn't need to know everything about the compensation plan the first hour, you know, but they do need to know, you know, they need to, you know, work on their mindset. They need to work on understanding the compensation plan a little bit over time so they can actually, you know, understand how they can maximize that compensation plan so they can make more money with the same effort, right? Things like that. So the thing that you need to think about always is that person today, does that person today need this training? And if the answer is no, then you need to think, well, when do you think that person is going to need it, right? If it's not today, then somewhere along the lines of the first month or the first 3 months in the business, then you need to set up a training for that. And if you are going to be doing it more than once, time is the essence here. And so you need to actually record it, and then you can just deliver it to them. Make sense?
Right. In fact, in the No Excuses Summit, Fernie, Miguel and I are going to go into the details of what we believe are the 6 core timelines in creating massive duplication. I mean, that has literally allowed us, you know, from the day that we finally understood we need a system to actually 18 months later, going from $10,000 a month to $32,000 a week. But what was more important, it wasn't like times 10 our income. It was more important that we were actually able to massively decrease the time that we were working. We literally went from 17 hours per day going into 4 hours a week, guys, you know.
It's crazy, but it's true.
Absolutely possible. This is not, honestly, we're not over promising here. It's all about knowing exactly how you need to systemize it. So in the No Excuses Summit, we're going to talk about the 6 timelines of duplication. These are the things that, you know, as you're approaching the 6-figure mark, and sometimes even multiple 6-figure earners that come to us, they often really miss that there's 6 important timelines. And with each timeline, like Miguel was sharing, there are a specific set of skills that you need to help your team to master. Like if I've been in the business for 3 months or so, don't you guys agree that's about the time where I'm running out of all the cold contact? And as, you know, Fernie and the whole Elite Marketing Pro community is teaching, is all about starting to generate some leads, getting into cold contacts, right? So knowing all of those pieces and putting them together into a duplication system has really helped us to massively create results, not just for ourselves, but you know, this is not something we've based on our own results. It's now going to so many different leaders within network marketing and actually helping them and, you know, succeeding and seeing them create results. So we want to share all those results with you guys.
So how many of you are coming to the No Excuses event? Let me see who is coming. Just say yes, I'm coming on the chat. I know that Heather is saying she's coming.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
So Fernie, we're super excited because I think, you know, duplication is often what it's really hard to pinpoint where it's going wrong. You know, once you've mastered the recruiting, once you've mastered the leads, which by the way is by far the most important skill in network marketing, is to create leads and master the sponsoring, right? But once you've done that, I mean, don't you think that's like the thing that most people miss from scaling from 6 to 7 figures? What do you think, Fernie? This is what we have.
Absolutely. Actually, so right now, you know, our company is doing multiple millions of dollars. We have over 20, I think now probably 30 team members. And so, you know, when you're talking about systems, I'm all about systems, because even though the company is that big and we're doing all this revenue and we have all these people that we're managing, I work less now and I'm less stressed out now than when I was working just with my partner and maybe one other team member, and I was making just under 7 figures. You know, just in my business that's not in network marketing. But the bottom line is you have to treat your network marketing business like a business, otherwise it won't be a business. You have to create leverage, you have to create systems. And I love that you guys said that if you repeat something more than 5 times, it's time to create leverage, because that's actually part of how you systematize an actual business with employees and organization. Is you create this ultimate business system. You document how you run the business, and part of the rule of thumb is that if anyone in your team repeats a task more than once, it needs to be documented so that it can be searched later by somebody else in case somebody else needs to do that task and that person is not available to teach them how. And so, you know, so that's the skill of creating systems is so important in network marketing and so important in business. And I think people in the network marketing profession, I think the myth that's being perpetuated is that duplication is achieved by giving people stupid, simple, easy things to do that don't require them to learn a skill, and so which is completely wrong. Duplication is achieved through systems, which is what you guys are specialists at. Am I on the ball there?
Yeah, totally, 100% on the ball. You know, it's all about really taking your business seriously. Like we say, you want serious results, you got to take it seriously, like a serious business. And I think it's about learning some great marketing skills, it's learning some really great leadership skills, and it's implementing all of that into a system that runs it for you. But one thing that is quite interesting, it's also the way people recruit that gives duplication. And so, you know, in the No Excuses Summit, we'll take everyone through a couple of different ways that we feel is going to either make or break duplication in your team. And, you know, it is really there that not only you will sponsor more people, it's not even just about that, but it determines whether the person that you sponsor is actually going to do something when they've actually entered your team. So the main objection, and it really comes down to, and we don't have time to go into it, but the main objection that people have, and the reason they don't join you, is because they cannot see themselves do what you do. They may think they don't have the money or the time, or they can't do it or don't understand, but the main thing is, I can't do it.
Well, I think probably the main question also is, would you be able to sponsor yourself knowing how hard you work on your business? And if you've been doing it for very long, think about that for a second. Is that person that is coming in, that is you're yourself, you know, when you started, would you like to have that lifestyle, or would you like to change it? And it comes down again to what Masa was saying and Fernie was touching on, right? Having the systems is treating your business like a multi-million-dollar business. Right. And it's having, let's not forget, you know, you are learning to be an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurship, apart from being very resourceful, that's one of the things, and thinking on your own feet all the time and trying to get the results no matter what happens in your life. The second thing is you need to think, how can I scale my business without having to work harder and harder and harder? Because when you do that, there is a limit on the hours that you can work, right?
Right. And so, you know, if you think about different business models, such as the franchise model or some other business models that are out there, that are in some ways similar to network marketing. The great thing that they all do is have a system, right? And so we all know that people don't buy McDonald's because of their great product, but they do buy McDonald's franchise because of their great system of return on investment. So imagine if you not only had a great product in network marketing and had a great compensation plan with a great company behind it and all of that, but at the same time, you had something that you would be able to say to a new prospect, here is how we do things, and here is how you're going to get the return on investment, and here is how your skill levels is going to improve while you learn and all that. So it's literally handing them the same as in a franchise model to be able to attract them to the business, to be able to immediately engage them in the business, and actually showing them through, you know, the right way of recruiting that they can do it too. You know, if your prospect turns to you and says, wow, is that all you do? I can do this. In fact, you know what? I can do it better than you. Then you're right on the money every single time that you're able to do that.
That's right. And I think, and I hopefully you don't get kind of upset about what I'm going to say. So with your permission, is it okay if I say something that may upset you, may not? Is that okay, guys?
Only if you're going to use a curse word. I'm just kidding. Yeah, go ahead. Say what you want.
So, have you guys heard this? It's a numbers game. Have you heard that before? Yes. It is not a numbers game. You know, it's definitely not a numbers game. It is a numbers game in a sense that you need to talk to a lot of people, and you need to actually get yourself, you know, put yourself out there, create the leads, and then, you know, prospect them and create the relationship, put them through the systems and stuff. But what you're doing really, you need to find the right people. When you find the right people, you know, you just need to do more of it. And that is where the numbers comes in, right? It's not about getting 2 million people and every single person under the sun and doing that, because then it's a waste of time. It's about finding the right people, and there is ways to find the right people. And I know you, Fernie, you show them exactly how to do those things. And once you've done that, then it's to show them the way, you know, to agree with them and say, hey, you know, do you agree with me that to become this person, you're going to have to learn new skills? And when they agree with you, then you say, okay, well, here's the system. This is A, B, C, D. That's what you need to do. So they have a clear path, understanding, a success path that we call it.
So it's definitely like, Fernie, you were saying before, you know, a lot of the times I had this picture in my mind early on in our network marketing career that all we have to do is just take massive action and talk to lots of people. And then we sponsor some by pure sheer randomness. And then randomly, you know, some of them will do what I do. That's kind of what the perception is. But like we're saying, you know, we view network marketing, and we've built a global business in literally more than 30 countries, from Africa to Latin America to Europe to Australia, Asia, Pacific Islands. We've been in many places. And I tell you, each and every single country is absolutely the same as right here in the United States. And that is, if you have a proven path of success, if you can give people step by step what to do, they're going to be a lot more likely to repeat what you're doing. So it's totally not a numbers game. And
it's not a numbers game. Just remember that. Why is it not a numbers game? Because if I find the Masha, right? Masha, she likes personal development already. She likes, you know, to do things that are related to business. Do you think I will have a better chance to show her how to do a business, right? They go into someone else that, you know, prefers to sit in the couch, you know, do their, you know, to do the takeaways or the dinings or whatever you guys call it here, and you know, just do nothing and has no intention to do ever anything, and being a potato couch, right? You got more chances doing that. So when you find that person, right, your time is well spent. Would you agree with that?
And so I know that, you know, Fernie and Elite Marketing Pro actually teaches you very specific ways how to attract the right people. And that's totally a huge part of it. And then we're going to share some things of the no excuses, what you do when people come in, so that you spend less time, you know, doing things that you don't have to, and more time doing things that should pay you more. So in this way, you can actually exponentially grow your business. So, you know, that's essentially, Fernie, what we're going to be talking and teaching at No Excuses Summit in just about a week there. So we're super excited to be there.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm super pumped to have you guys there. I think this topic is not discussed and taught much in network marketing, even though that is how people create successful businesses around duplication. And Miguel, I love that you said it's a numbers game. it's like you were reading my sales letter for Attraction Marketing Formula. It's, you know, I go through all the myths in network marketing, and one of them is it's just a numbers game. You just need to find more people, which is not the case. You need to find qualified people. You need to qualify them, and once you find them, you need to train them properly, because you can find people that are qualified, but when you get them in and you don't train them properly, they're gonna quit just as easily, if not faster, than the couch potato you mentioned. You know, so I mean, I can go into this forever, because I love this topic, because it's about business systems, which is what I'm all about right now in my business. But regardless of what type of business, you need systems, and that's the only way you're going to duplicate. And that's a skill set. Knowing how to create systems is a very special and advanced skill set that I'm so happy you guys are going to be teaching at No Excuses. So can't wait to have you guys.
Can't wait to see you in just about a week. And thanks everyone for joining today. We can't wait to see each of you. Come and say hi at the No Excuses. We'll be hanging around, and you know, whatever we can share to help you guys on your journey will be very, very
And
pleased.
before we leave, Fernie, I just have one piece of advice that we always kind of leave on the table, and we assume that people know. So just in case, you know, I always prefer to kind of make sure that you know. If it's redundant, the information, perfect, you can erase it and put it somewhere else. But if not, here's the thing. If I was you today and you're watching this, okay, and you're coming to No Excuses, I would look for a way to get 2 more people with you. You know why? I think you know why. Because once you are at the event and you understand everything that is given to you at that event, and the penny drops for you again, imagine if you had 2 more people with you. What would that do to your business? And we always realize of that when we are at the event and it's too late and we don't have that new person with us, or those 2 new people, 2 team members, you know, and we say, oh, I wish they were here. You know, instead of doing that, instead of saying, I wish I had, you know, better to say, I'm glad I did. So what I would be doing if I was you, I would try to get as many people, if nothing else, at least 2 more people with you at the event, so you can all have the breakthrough together. So at the event, you can have that breakthrough, and after the event, you can get together, make a plan, and then go for it. And your next 90 days, your next 6 months, your Christmas can be so different, you know, and for you and for your team members. So make sure you get as many people as you can, not for us, not for Fernie, for you and your business and your breakthroughs and your people's breakthrough, because that's the most important thing in this business. Helping other people, you help yourself.
That's right. We can't wait.
Awesome, guys. I'm so glad you mentioned that as well. Guys, if you have somebody you know that you think should be at No Excuses, make it happen. So, you know, right now tickets are still available. If you want to bring them as your guest, if you're a VIP member, contact support, whatever you have to do to make that happen. We'd love to have the people on your team there as well. So that's it for today, guys. If you guys do want to know more about what we do here at Elite Marketing Pro, especially learn more about the No Excuses Summit happening in Las Vegas next weekend, June 8th through the 11th, go to elitemarketingpro.com or click on the link in the description. In fact, if somebody referred you to this video, if someone shared this video with you, click on that person's name and send them a private message and have a conversation with them. Forget the funnel, forget opting in. If you can have a private conversation with somebody, great. If you can't have a private conversation, definitely go to elitemarketingpro.com. And there you'll find information about No Excuses Summit. Grab your ticket. And also, we are giving away a free course, the Attraction Marketing Bootcamp. It's an online recruiting course. It's also there at elitemarketingpro.com. Go there, download it. It's 10 days of content where you'll be able to learn how it is we build businesses using the internet. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for being on. I can't wait to have you both at No Excuses. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us, Fernie. We can't wait to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care, everybody. See you in Vegas.
Ciao.